Hey writers, it's Megan Barnhard with a quick update for day 12 of my first NaNoWriMo. So today I wrote in the evening and I'm finding, hey, it's just not that bad, even though I prefer to write in the morning. If my schedule works out where I can only write in the evening, not a big deal. I got through 23 words, which brings my total up to 28,925. So I'm happy with that. I am on track to finish. I'd love to be done by November 21st if I can keep going at this rate, or maybe even add a little bit more to it over the weekend. But even if I don't finish early, looks like I'm on target to finish, because now that I've been doing 2,000 days, doing 1,000 words feels like nothing. I mean, it just goes by in a flash. So definitely feeling like that's doable. Today, something interesting happened. I jumped in to write a scene and immediately realized a problem. But it's like it's against my it's against my writing religion to go back and change things or like erase things as I'm working on them. So here's what I did. I started the scene and I knew I wanted this opening line to be really dramatic. So this is a scene that is, well, I'll tell you where it is in a minute, because there's something interesting happening with that too. But I wanted this woman to burst in and, what is the meaning of this? So I start the scene and I put it at the police station, and then I suddenly realized that that's not where my two main characters are. And my narrative style is close third person. So we're not in a scene unless the main character is there. So I start writing and I'm like, oops, how will this work? This can't be here. But I just left it, put a little, separator, and I kept writing. Well, what turned out to be great about that was that later in the scene, I was able to use, there was a whole section here that I actually cut and pasted down below. So even though this perspective was off, I had this great dialogue exchange that I ended up being able to use. I just moved it to a scene where the main character could witness it. So that's, a prime example of why it doesn't pay to go back and edit while you write. This first chunk of words here, I probably won't use it all. I probably don't need it. But one of the things it helped me do was actually visualize a little bit more what that police station looks like, and think about who these two police officers are that the girls are going to interact with. And I may have a scene where they're in the police station. So this was helpful. It's nothing lost. It gave me more insight, and it gave me some dialogue I was able to transplant. So I really encourage you, don't go back and erase, don't judge, don't say, oh, that'll never work. Just keep moving forward so that you can keep that momentum. Okay, so the interesting thing that happened with my climactic scene is I thought I had already written my climax. And I got like this really great scene when I was writing the other day that is all about this dangerous moment beginning. But in writing today, I realized that the actual climax has to be about righting this big wrong. And so the scene I'd written previously was all the all the stuff starting to crash down, all the crap hitting the fan. And that is definitely going to be a key exciting moment, but that'll still be like ramping things up in the rising action, and we won't yet be at the climax. So writing that climactic, or what I thought was that climactic scene first, turned out to be so important to my story structure. If I hadn't written that, if I, waited to write it in order, then I think I would have gotten a little bit stuck, because I would have been trying to use that as a climax, and there would be too much resolution and there wouldn't be enough action on the front end. So by writing that scene earlier on, that scene that brings a character to face something she really didn't want to face, I ended up seeing my story structure in a different way, and I think improving it. So that's one more vote for writing your climactic scene earlier on, not necessarily in sequence. I hope that your writing is going well. I would love to hear how it's going, to cheer you on if it's going well, or to offer you some suggestions and solidarity if it's not going so well. Leave a comment. Let me know, how is your writing going, whether you're working on NaNoWriMo or something else. And if you're finding this video and this series helpful, please do subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos about writing tips every single Thursday. And also during NaNoWriMo, I'm putting out a video every day just to tell you how it's going for me, a first timer, and also to give you tips and to share strategies and to show you mistakes that I'm making so you don't have to make them, and to give you tips that are really targeted so that you can be using the best tools. So I hope you'll subscribe, leave a comment, and as always, I wish you happy writing.